Hey guys, how's it going? Let's get into another live game. Kuro Micro. He's a pretty good player. I have played him many times. I think for the most part, he's not the best at dealing with Phantom Ray spam. I believe he has beaten me a few times, but I don't think he's a specialist at Phantom Ray spam. So that's good. Elite spec looks interesting. Marksman spec looks a lot more conservative, less risky. There are pretty good packs. Amplify spec is also good too, but I much prefer having the arc lights. Okay, so a couple saber tanks, a couple crawlers. Really, nothing I'm worried about. Do we go crawler or do we go fang? That is the question. Since everything we have already moves slowly, I think we just go fang. So my opponent continues to build more chaff. No arc lights. Seeing fangs is not the thing I want to see. I would have much preferred seeing some more crawlers, because fangs are way harder to clear out, especially if you have a tank that moves in front of them. Probably don't have enough DPS to kill the tanks, but that's the least of my concerns, since the Phantom Rays will put in the work. Get a free level 3 marksman, and we get our first unit drop. Automatically, I tend to go for the Wasp because when AA Wasp is the best counter to raise. So if the enemy goes AA to counter my raise, then the Wasp is the best unit to counter their AA for the most part. So I will be going Wasp. To be honest, I don't really want this marksman at all. I think I just sell him right now. And that gives us enough money to build our first 2-pack of Phantom Rays. I think given how far back most of his army is, I want the Phantom Rays more back as well. So I'll put him 2 squares from the back. Alright, let's see how things go. This is very good to see. He thinks this is a standard ground war where his super high level spider will kill everything, but I'm not worried at all about his charge. I'm much more worried about his fangs and the AA he builds in the next coming rounds. Still, being up against the training spec, could easily train up a pack of Mustangs, and that's not going to be good. I think there's just too many of these fangs to figure out, though. I think I'm going to lose here. Heavy armor usually is a good idea. I think I might get it, but kind of takes away a lot from the momentum. His fangs are starting to be a problem as expected. I don't think I get armor right now. That would be very short-sighted. He's most likely going to go Phoenix or Marksman himself. The question is, do I want to start selling these sledgehammers? They're only acting as chaff at this point. I think I'll invest in the future of these rays. Very short-sighted. These wasps are kind of useless as well, but they're just there just in case we see some Raidens or Phoenixes in the future. Then we can build more of them. What tech do we go on the Phantom Ray? Cloak would be good just because we've got these high-level targets, but that could easily be a mistake. I think we're gonna get it anyways. Let's get one more unit out. Go for the arc light. We're gonna have a row of arc lights, get range on them pretty soon. Surprisingly, no anti-air. I mean, this is very unusual. This is music to my ears, but it almost doesn't make sense. Why would you not build any anti-air once you see round 2 tentacles? Maybe you're going Carry Fang, but Carry Fang doesn't really work because of the armor tech on the Phantom. I believe he had the opportunity to level his fangs, but he didn't. Instead, he went heavy armor on the tarantula, which isn't going to do anything. That's good. That means we're going to get levels. We're only one, unfortunately. Nothing here looks interesting. Sell you, or do we sell you? I think we sell a round. Get the other arc light as promised. Range. And then more rays. We start stacking one side, or does it not really matter? I think. Attack would be quite useful, just so it gets through the tarantulas a bit faster. Defense is good too, but one defense upgrade usually just does nothing. I think we just go attack. Okay, so the answer to the Ray problem is Mustangs with a level 2 pack. So this is good because Mustangs, Fangs, they are all low damage and easily countered by going armor on the Rays. So I am planning to go armor on the Rays next turn. And it is becoming apparent that this is actually our weak side and this is our strong side. So I think we build more arrays and put them on our strong side. Putting more arrays on our weak side kind of is potentially a very bad idea, because if we lose this side, then we lose everything. Whereas we still clean up if we win the weak side here. We get a couple more levels. That is very good. Improved firing system sounds great. Put it on a level 2 pack here. Fortunately for me, the opponent's gonna likely put it on their level 2 Mustang, but at least with the armor, we're gonna negate some of that damage. So as promised, we're gonna go armor. And we have 2 deployments left. We get some chaff. We only have 2 fangs. Tarantula is chaff. He only has 2. I think killing chaff is good. We could also go 2 more arclights. Because our problem really is the enemy chaff. Right? We get the arc lights. We put them back a bit so they don't die instantly. And I don't think we want to sell you quite yet. Here's the anti-missile. I should have expected that. But I kind of need armor anyways, so I will get most likely the burst mode, which counters the anti-missile. And it looks like none of our missiles are gonna be hitting anything, but yeah, this is not looking good. Meanwhile, we have 1 sniper that's going to be cleaning everything else up. Hopefully we can get this. We're really going to be able to time out before the round is over. This 1 superhero sniper is doing so much work. Okay. Don't need any of this. At this point, some Warcrimes would be good too, but I feel like a shield bubble here is going to not allow the fire to spread, so we're just going to need a quick burst. And the wasps, I think, is time to go. Arrays. Have to start borrowing. What else are we going to build? Do we build some chaff, or is it really not going to matter? I don't think the chaff is going to matter. Fuel will be good. We can put some fuel down. We can ignite it easier next round. I don't think we need the second attack because we have burst. That does leave us with an awkward amount of money left. I think we're going to go with the sticky oil bomb. Do it a bit aggressively. He shields, then he shields. 50 left over. Do we do a... Probably no need. Alright. Ratings. So now that wasp, I kind of regret selling that wasp. But he only has 2 ratings versus all of this stuff. It's not too scary right yet. Also remember I don't have shield, which is not good. I have all the techs now except for shield, but I really need shield going against these Raidens. It has so much chaff that my rays are obliterated before they get a chance to go to the Raiden, but my goodness. Get the poor rays. And even gets a level. This is starting to get concerning, to say the least. Would consider putting some sledgehammers in the flank, but with the Raidens, they'll probably just one-shot it, so probably not useful. Sandworms, I don't see them doing much. Probably just get to sell here. So that's 650. This is 550. We go for this even though it's not as much money. I think we have to go for the shield now, even though this is not ideal to have so many attacks. We upgrade our arc lights. Love to ignite this, but not giant spec, and I don't think I have enough money to. I guess I could unlock, put something here, ignite it, could win this round, but what about the next round? I think we're just gonna have to rely on what we have here. A couple packs of wasps, so they potentially tank. I'm really not sure because now all of our chaff is gone. So we only have arc lights, rays, and some wasps. But the problem with the wasps is that they're going to be vulnerable to all the mustangs. So I probably made a mistake even going wasps. Probably could have gone with some more chaff instead. Wow, that arc is so long distance. At least the shield makes the rays a bit more survivable. We are taking multiple volleys, and it looks like we are able to win one side. So perhaps that means we can live to fight another round, and we can finally get our Warcrime Vulcans going. Improved firing system? No, because, well, this pack is doing serious damage. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't have enough money though. Let's calculate. 800, 1,000 for the 2 Vulcans. And I need 650. So 1650. I don't think I have enough. Wait, I have barely enough. Do I get the barrier instead? I don't think so. Well, let's try this. Now we sell something worth 300. I miscalculated on that one. I think we sell. I have to sell this guy here. So, yeah, that was a mistake to go the improved firing. Let's Let's see how this goes. This is going to be very, very close. And that first volley did nothing, unfortunately. We get a second volley off. Look at the difference on supposedly the weak side. Once you clear out the chaff, the rays go straight to the Raidens. Raidens only have 1 tech on them. Once they have 3, including EMP, then even that doesn't matter, but can we get there? Can we survive the next round? And not only do we survive, we win this round. Double efficient tech research, interesting. We skip here. In all honesty, we need another Warcrime here. I think even maybe another one would be good, just to ensure that we get the ground burning. We'll upgrade all the rays. Wasps are officially useless. Now, do we get another Vulcan? Put it on this side, or is that enough? That might be enough. And what else do we do? We go... our defense upgrade, so this gives our rays the ability to tank maybe another shot, but not sure. I think maybe just to be safe, let's get another Vulcan. Put it on this side. And then never have enough Vulcans. And go speed as well. Yeah. This is the correct way to defend against the Vulcan Warcrime. Speed is actually going to hurt us a bit, because now the Mustangs, they don't come up as forward. Fortunately, okay, so this is not good. Here it's good, because second volley clears everything, but this is not good. We win the other side. Looks like we probably needed another Vulcan even on this side. So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. Get the tower, and we're good. And we are good here. This is going to be some good damage. Looks like we've started coming back. And now oil is off cooldown. He gets the hounds, so he gets to clear the fire, but you know, we've tested this before. As you've seen with other videos, it doesn't really do anything. I think I just buy something and sell it. I'm gonna need another Vulcan over here as well. So we're gonna expect some shield bubbles. Do we throw down a... I don't think that's gonna work. I was gonna say, if we could throw down a Vulcan over here and just ignite the oil in the back, then the shield bubbles in the front. But by the time you warp in, the GG. Where do we put the oil? I think we're still gonna have to just put it like... I think we're still just gonna put it... And this is not... It's not gonna work, but... Maybe. More rays. Let's get all our attack defense upgrades. Still have so much more money. What do? We have all 4 techs already. Maybe we just go for another Vulcan. And a couple shield bubbles. So we have so much money. Trade everything. almost had enough time to block that, but this doesn't really affect us because having a late Vulcan is almost better than having an early Vulcan. So my opponent has not yet upgraded their rating besides the first range tech. This is very good because had he gotten Chain and EMP, then these Vulcans would be more useless. And now you see that last Vulcan fire his volley late. That's exactly what I was saying. The oil could almost help you if if the Vulcan, if it delays the Vulcan. And yeah, this was just too much. Hero Micro, he did a really good job attempting to defend. He got double efficient tech research, but he only got one, two, three, four techs total. So I think he didn't get enough techs or got too many of those efficient tech cards. The AA aerial spec on the Mustangs actually does nothing because looking at a round level 3 Ray, you're defending 180 damage, and a level 2 Mustang, even with aerial spec, is only doing less than 160. Yeah, you could argue that this is doing a lot, so it's doing close to 500 damage, and that's round 3 is only level 3 is only negating 180. So it's effective on this. But I mean, for a round 1, it's doing nothing. Level 1, I mean. What I would have done is instead of the aerial spec, I would have gotten the chain and more importantly the electromagnetic shot because I have no chaff, I have nothing. So that chain is gonna go straight to the important units, and to be honest, I don't think I've ever built this many Vulcans, but I think that was the correct response because he has everything invested in his Mustangs. Whereas he really should have just invested more into these ratings. And he still has a tarantula that's doing no damage since, 5 rounds ago. Sabretooth is doing no damage. These are all useless units. He should have sold this tarantula ages ago and exchanged it for more ratings. So why don't we go back and play this from Kuro Micro's perspective, because I feel like he was winning and all of a sudden he wasn't winning. And when I clicked on his ratings and I saw he only had range, I was very happy, excited, but yeah, that's where I think the potentially the mistake was. So he only needs to do 700 damage, and let's see if we could win that last round. I know it's the round before where he went AA on the Mustangs, and I think that's the biggest mistake. Let's see what can be done. Now, do we go with the Hounds to clear up some fire? I think we could, but it's not really going to do anything. I think the Farseers are amazing. I think we keep the Farseers. Sell this. Upgrade. Now, I don't think we need to go past round 2 on the ratings. Okay, so there's basically 21k. Okay, so I'm not quite sure if we need to go to round 3. Round 2 level 2 seems pretty good. I want to get EMP. I want to get Chain. I'm going to borrow 2 more. And let's put armor on one of these guys. Maybe this guy. Now, I ran out of money for the shield, so Yeah, this isn't going to be too good. I don't think we want speed either because it's just going to make our Mustangs die quicker. That being said, I think the Mustangs are pretty useless now anyway, so let's go speed. That is so many Warcrimes. So, looks like we still lost really badly. I think we still need to go some shields. Let's try that one more time, but this time let's put in some shields because yeah, the letting the fire hit the back like that is kind of stupid. So let's give it one more try and see if it could have been one. I think if we go back at least to level 9 before he clicks aerial spec, yeah, that could be a better round even. Analyze. So he already has aerial spec there. Let's go back to the last round and see if there's any way to win. I think it might not even be winnable at this point. We just get the money because these Farseers are not going to do enough. Get the money. We gotta put shields down. I think we may even want like a second layer of shields. I don't think we can afford both EMP. So we're gonna have to pick which tech we want. Really wish we could have won both. Chain first. Okay, we do have enough for EMP. So let's see if this actually works. No speed, so we don't run into the fire. It does look like some of our Mustangs are already into the fire. That second layer of shields was completely unnecessary. Interestingly, it looks like we've cleared all the rays on this side. We still have some rays left over here. Can we get off another shot? That's going to help us a lot. Look. That is all it took, was going EMP and chain. Interestingly, this pack of Mustangs did some damage, but not nearly as much damage as the Raidens, of course. Alright, well, hope that was interesting to see what the opponent could have done, and have to admit that I was kind of lucky that Kuro Micro didn't think to triple tech their Raidens and only go with range. So that'll be it. Hope you had a good time, and see ya on the next one.